Have you ever worked with Walter Hill?
Oh, I wanted to, man.
Oh, you're his type. I'm
Yeah.
surprised, actually.
I've been told many times, it's like, oh, fuck, Walter would love you.
I
And
can't believe all the times you've worked with Eastwood, you never worked with Walter Hill.
I worked with, or I hung out with Jerry Paris for a while. He was a stunt coordinator up in Canada. Old
Hmm.
stunt guy, which is going to come back to this too. But, the type we're going to drag you, you're going to get dragged by a horse. And he says, okay, where's the rope? He was Pare's stunt double on Streets of Fire, which I love the movie. There's, problems all over the place with some performances and stuff, but I love it. It says this is a rock and roll fable at the beginning, and then the Rye Cooter tracks and the type going across, and it's all set up. But he turned to me and goes, fuck, I wish I had known you back then. You would have been perfect.
Yeah, that's an interesting movie to discuss, right? Because it's and I don't have this problem with it, but I've heard people voice this problem about it, that it's a movie that's not sure what it is. And that's not how I look at it, but I know people think like that maybe that movie initially was like a rock and roll musical that became an action flick when it landed in the hands of
Well,
Walter Hill. I don't know. The Radiators are in it.
on the footnotes of the album, which I had,
Yeah.
it's Soldier Boy or the Queen of it's all sort of like 50s lyric songs, but it's like the prom queen gets stolen by the leader of the pack, and Soldier Boy has to come home and rescue
I'll
her.
be coming for her, and I'll be coming for you too.
Sure you will, and I'll be waiting.
You are about to enter a world unlike any you've ever seen before, where rock and roll is king. The only law is a loaded gun. Where the beautiful,
Stay and see the show, it's really good.
the brutal,
I want Tom Cody.
and the brave all meet
From now on, it's for real.
in Streets of Fire.
You're lying in your bed and on a Saturday night, you're sweating buckets and it's not even hard. But your brain has got the message and it's sending it out to every nerve and every muscle you got. You've got so many dreams that you don't know where to put them, so you better turn the fuel them loose. Your body's got a feeling that it's starting to rust. You better rev it up and put it to use. And I don't know how I ever thought that I could make it all alone. When you only make it better, and it better be tonight. I'll be there for you tonight. And if you don't have anywhere to go, you go down on the pedal and you're ready to roll. And even if you don't have anywhere to go, you go down on the pedal and you're ready to roll. And your speed, it's all you ever need, all you'll ever need to know. Darling, darling, you and me, we're going nowhere slowly. And we gotta get away from the past. There's nothing wrong with going nowhere, baby. But we should be going nowhere fast. Everybody's going nowhere slowly. They're only fighting for the chance to be last. There's nothing wrong with going nowhere, baby. But we should be going nowhere fast. It's so much better going nowhere fast.
Now, from the creators of 48 Hours, Universal Pictures presents Michael Pare, Diane Lane, Rick Moranis, and Amy Madigan in a Walter Hill film, Streets of Fire.
Great fucking soundtrack. The Blasters.
Yeah.
did,
Yeah.
One Bad Stud. And the epic kind of that meatloaf style. They got two. Tonight Is What It Means to Be Young, and I got a dream of a fantastic soundtrack. And Diane
Great
Lane,
sets.
Diane
Great.
Lane, oh my God, I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Great cast too. Perry's done this show and we talked a little bit about it. He's a guy that's done some interesting movies. He was originally supposed to be Staff Sergeant Barnes in Platoon.
Oh wow.
He was supposed to be Staff Sergeant Barnes, and Jeff Fahey was originally cast as Sergeant Elias. However, my buddy Sonny Landham, who played Billy the Indian in Predator, and I use the term Billy the Indian because that's how he referred to the part.
Yeah.
He said he was up to be Elias because the part was actually, the real guy was Native American. And he was up for Silverado and Platoon at the same time, and he didn't get either one. And he felt like it was because of his reputation. All right, so the stories about him are infamous. You know, he's rumored to have security posted on his trailer during the shooting of Predator to keep him from fighting the rest of the cast. However, I never saw that side of him. So I can't really I don't know how much of that's like urban filmmaking folklore, because I never once saw that in all the years I knew him.
Yeah.
But he said he was up to be Sergeant Elias. But according to a lunch I had with Pare in the Warner Brothers executive dining room, he said he was up to be Barnes and Fahey was going to be opposite him and Elias, but Tony Howard, agent, casting director turned agent at ICM at the time, talked him out of it because they had Houston Nights on the table, which was a series he would do with Michael Beck.
Uh-huh.
So she said, hey, look, we have a series here. It's a smart play. It's like long Platoon went up and went down. That production ramped up and then was stopped and shut down and brought back. And it was a $6 million movie in the Philippines. So I guess Tony Howard, according to the lunch, told him, hey, look, it's long-term employment, Houston Nights, or it's a couple of weeks in the jungle with the crazy man, basically.
Yep.
You know, and Oliver Stone, by the way, did the Conan the Barbarian script with John Milius would ultimately direct, and they didn't speak for 8 years over the changes Milius made to it. So that does kind of factor into the Oliver Stone-ness of the myth that is Oliver Stone. So maybe Howard had a point when she kind of said, you know, ultimately, you don't know how these things work out, right? Platoon became Platoon. But on the surface, it actually sounds, it's not the advice I would give or the advice I would take, but it sounds like strong advice from an agent. Do the series.
Yeah.
Star in a series. You know? And he did. And Houston Nights, well, it didn't do what people hoped, but you know, he's still an actor with a lot of gravitas, though. There's a quality about him that's absolutely solid. Have you worked with him?
No.
Yeah, well,
he did an episode of Cold Case.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is this okay? Hi, my name is David Pasquesi. You may recognize me from television program or motion picture, or not. NMOSD is a central nervous system disorder, and it's pretty brutal. You can help. Go to GuthyJacksonFoundation.org and donate today to help them find a cure. GuthyJacksonFoundation.org.